Hello everyone! Today we're diving into Minecraft's hidden tools, the ones that almost no one knows about, specially designed for developers. These are tools you won't even find in creative mode. So, let's begin. Our first hidden tool is the debug stick, one of the most powerful tools for map makers and advanced builders. Personally, I like to call it the Elder One. And if you want to get it, just type this command. The debug stick has the power to modify any element in the game that has properties, whether it's direction, state, or connections to other elements. You have full, precise control. That's what makes it such an essential tool for map makers and detail-focused builders. Like here, I can rotate the piston arm to face any direction I want, and I can even remove the base and leave just the arm floating. What's even cooler is that I can use it as a unique decorative piece in my builds. Using the debug stick is super simple. Just point at the element you want to modify, then left-click to cycle through its properties, and right-click to change the selected value. As you can see here, I modified the spawn property of the Skulk Shrieker and made it summon the Warden naturally, even though manually placed Shriekers usually don't work without commands. But with the debug stick, I was able to make it behave just like a naturally generated one. The second item on our list is the light block, a super useful tool when you want to light up an area without placing torches or any visible light source. And you can get the light block using the following command. And since the light block has different levels, you can write the command this way to choose any level you want, from 1 to 15. To use it, place it in the spot you want to light up, then release it from your hand, and it will disappear. But the area will stay lit without any visible block. And if you want to remove it, simply hold the light block in your hand to make it visible, then break it just like any normal block. That makes it a great choice for building clean maps without any visible elements messing up your design. Have you ever wondered how, in some maps or servers, there are areas you just can't walk through, or invisible edges that stop you from falling, even though the space looks completely empty? Well, that's thanks to the barrier block. It's there, but invisible, acting as a hidden wall that controls or restricts movement. And to get the barrier block, just type the following command. In addition to acting as a wall or guiding players along certain paths, you can also use it to protect displayed items, like the dragon egg, armor stands, or any decorative element from being touched or messed with by players. Now we're moving on to one of the most powerful and important hidden blocks in Minecraft, the structure block. You might be wondering, why is it so important? Because it's not just one tool. It's packed with powerful features that make it essential for anyone building professional maps or complex projects. You can use it to copy and transfer builds between worlds. And you can even combine it with the jigsaw block to generate random buildings or layouts. But to keep things simple, let's start with its most popular and useful feature, copying any build and loading it into any other world. And here's the command you'll need to get the structure block. To use it, simply place the structure block at a corner of the build you want. This block will act as the starting point from which Minecraft will calculate the size of the saved area. When you click it, a complex-looking menu will show up. But don't worry, it's actually super simple if you follow along. In the structure block settings, you'll find 3 main modes. First, corner, used to mark the far edge of the area you want to copy. Second, save, lets you save the selected structure. And finally, load, used to bring the saved structure back to any location. So let's begin with the first step. Select the save mode, then type any name you want into the structure name field. This will be the name of the file used for saving and loading later. Then, go to one corner of your build and place the structure block on top of the highest block in that corner. This will help define the area and height of the structure you want to copy. After placing the block in the corner, type the same name you used earlier in the save block. And just like that, the setup is complete. Now all we need to do is make sure the entire build is within the selection area. So let's go back to the save block and click Detect to automatically show the structure's boundaries. As you can see, the structure boundaries have now appeared around the selected area, which means everything is set up correctly. Now that everything is ready, we can go ahead and save the structure. It will be stored in the following path inside your world folder. Let's suppose we want to copy the same structure into the same world. In this case, we place the structure block in the location where we want to copy the structure, make sure it's set to load mode, then enter the structure's name, and finally click load. At this point, the structure's dimensions will appear so you can make sure it has the correct size and orientation. One of the features of the structure block is that it allows you to change the building's rotation. Now that we've confirmed everything is set correctly, click the load button again and it will copy the structure. And there we go, the structure has been copied. Note, the copying process is done from the file saved in the world. So even if the original structure is modified or removed, it will not affect the copying process. Now that we've covered how the structure block works, let's talk about how to transfer a build from one world to another. For example, if we want to copy this build, we'll follow the same steps we did earlier and make sure the structure is correctly selected. We'll repeat the same steps we did earlier, making sure that the structure name is entered correctly. After making sure everything is correct, we press Save to store the file. After that, we'll go to this world's directory inside the game folder, then navigate to generated Minecraft structures, and there we'll find the file we created that contains the build. All we need to do next is take this file and move it to the world where we want the build, making sure it's placed in the same path. After that, we go to the world where we copied the file, get a structure block, set it to load mode, enter the structure name, and then press load. At this point, the structure will appear in the new world exactly as it was saved. You can also change its orientation if you'd like, but be careful when pasting it into a location so that you don't accidentally destroy anything already there. By the way, this is exactly how world generation works. All the structures, such as villages, fortresses, and other buildings, are stored as files like these and get generated in the same way depending on each seed. You can even access these files and generate them manually, just like I'm about to do now. We'll go to the game folder, then into the versions folder. From there, we'll select the version we're playing on, and inside we'll find the game's Java file. We'll open it with an archive tool like WinRAR or 7-zip. After opening the version file, we'll find all the game files inside it. From there, we'll go into the data folder, then Minecraft, and finally, open the structures folder. As we can see, inside this folder, we can find all the game's structures. For example, we can go to the End City folder, pick the ship file, and place it inside the same world folder to generate it. Now that we've added the file, if we go into the world, place a structure block, and type the file name, the End City ship will be generated. And this is just the beginning. There are still many hidden and amazing items in Minecraft waiting to be revealed. Make sure to like the video and subscribe so I can bring you part 2 soon. See you in another video.